Someone asked Rachmaninoff, "What is music?" He replied, "A calm moon night, the music of the leaves, bells ringing far away. This that goes from heart to heart, the love, the sister of the music, is poesy." Her mother, the melancholy. Once somebody asked Rachmaninoff on a sonata of Chopin. He replied, "It is very short, but he has said everything." Yo, finished, not discussed. I stayed in prayerful mood at home in my apartment already 2, 3 days. I got the message in the newspaper that in a submarine 112 men had to die without air, without light, on the ground of the North Sea, locked in, no escape. I, many years, I did occupy myself sometimes 2, 3 hours every day with death. I lied down in bed in the night like a dead one, like a starving one, and ask myself, what would I do as a last thing? Then I said I would ask for forgiveness when I have done wrong. I would forgive if somebody has done evil to me. During the day, I remembered that any moment I can die. For many years, I was doing this. This gives growing in understanding of death and the growing in empathy when other people have to die in a horrible way. Can you see President Putin's compassionate face? After about 3 days, in compassion, in I have no words to express it for these 112 people. And before I was speaking with a Catholic diacon create a house with the title Life and Death, to get a deeper understanding of the meaning of death, to get an understanding of life. And I would have traveled here and there to give lectures, very gentle, very loving, very nice lectures to approach death. And I think this could be a perfect ethical prevention of heavy accidents. Now, since this priest did not allow me, and others also just were blaming me, oh, go drink a coffee, what do you think? And this, such things. I said, there is every danger that the same thing will happen in Europe too. In fact, then in Kaprun, almost the same number of people was not dying in a submarine, but in a tunnel. It is also a closed room and burning. It needs much to feel with these people how horrible this must be to die in a tunnel in fire. And they just joke here. They do not allow me to. Ludwig van Beethoven had a deep insight. He said, who understands really my music? He will have much less trouble than others. When I was very young, I was listening his music. I locked myself in a room and was listening his music. His melodies were to me like love letters. He gave me messages, what to do in life with so many superficial people. It was a great help to listen to his music. Many years later, I did read a statement of him. Now, this is simple to sit on a chair, on a couch, and listen a symphony of Beethoven instead of hell in life. My mother told me there was a man in a burning house. I did save him. Then he has changed his life. I said to myself, I change it already now. In fact, I had nothing to change. I never was addicted to silly things. So suddenly the bell did ring and the man came in. There I had 112 pictures, paintings of praying people. He just took them away angry and said to me, you can also be compassionate with Swiss people. What does it matter which nationality it is? He was very angry. Then my flux of tears was blocked and broken. Then later on the thing of Kaprun happened, and then the thing in Gotthard, also in a tunnel locked with fire burning people. And I'm sure if you can get the lesson sitting on a chair, you do not need a life horrible lesson in life. This is my ethical prevention of heavy accidents. just become mature, sitting on a chair. You can have a milk on the table or a Coca-Cola, what does it matter? But you can turn mature just sitting on a chair and listening to some music. Then I was broken. I could no more continue. I am attacked to be compassionate with Russians. Are they not human beings? Once I had at my door some papers: peace for my China, peace for my Russia, peace for my any other country. Someone did see it and called the police. They are afraid. What is this? Then police entered through the window of the toilet, and another climbed up the balcony and was looking. I said, you should go to this person that had accused me. This person is a little bit strange. Before they did ring like mad at the door at about 7 o'clock in the morning. I was thinking this is a drug addict that want to make trouble, so I did not just open. Then they entered by the window of the toilet and climbed up the balcony to see peace for my Russia, peace for my China. I don't know all other countries. I did write it down. I not even have tears. They got frozen here. Perhaps the woman that did accuse me was scared because on the paper peace for my Russia there was Rasputin. My mother did read a book, Rasputin, a saint or a devil. But my feeling was Rasputin was a very high developed man. He even, I saw a photo of him with two higher degree men from the army, and I had the feeling he was of larger view than these two men. And he wrote to the Tsar a letter: brother will kill brother, and they will hate each other, and there will be no nobles for 23 years in the country when an aristocrat is killing me. If it is an ordinary person from the country, it does not matter. But then it seems the Tsar was jealous. He could cure the child with that horrible sickness. Perhaps he was jealous and thinking he is interested in his wife, but he was more in love for both. So this is my attitude. And then this horrible story with Yusupov to kill Rasputin in a very, very horrible way. I think he could stop Lenin and say, what you want to realize, we can speak with the Tsar, and I am for evolution and not for revolution. Every revolution is just an explosion of leaves on a tree, an explosion of flowers on a tree. It will not last long. It is not the best solution. Evolution lets a leaf grow, lets the bottoms grow, lets the flowers grow, and everything becomes very beautiful. I think Lenin would have accepted him, and Stalin, that he likes the Appassionata of Beethoven, he also would have cooperated. But this woman that accused me was perhaps thinking, oh, Rasputin, a very bad man. We must send police. He wants to do evil things, this Stefan Kocher. We must stop him. Oh, very sad all this. Just sad. Why did she not tell it to me? She said, I'm afraid of these pictures at his door. What is frightening with peace for my India? And what is wrong having tears for anyone, even never having seen? But when I heard it that it is in Russia, I was thinking of Tolstoy, of Tchaikovsky. Ya da 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 ya da da oh 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 ya da oh oh. Or I'm thinking on Rachmaninoff. He begins a prelude with three tones. Yoda. And for me, he has already said everything. Just for people with not much understanding, he continues the prelude. But it is just a harmonica stretched to explain what he wants to say with his three tones. And his definition of music, it is it is impossible to write something that touches the heart more than the definition of Rachmaninoff. This I say is typically Russian. No other country can say such a sad, warm-hearted thing. I immediately must love him, saying such a thing. So beautiful. Please allow me to say what I feel hearing these three tones of Rachmaninoff. There may be people that think This is not something good. This must be a frightening, bad, aggressive man. It is possible. It needs much attunement with non-verbal language. One must love the birds singing on the trees. Arbores locuntur, aquentus flat, aves volunt, aves cantant. It needs much love, always to understand somebody else. I have the feeling, without having read a biography of Rachmaninoff, that he did not like to discuss. These three tones express to me one single thing: to do the right thing in the right moment at the right place. Da da da. In the right moment at the right place at the right time. This is not dictatorship. It is not overpowering others. It is just a rich, compassionate attitude when there is danger, when there is something urgently needed to do. Very simple things, but the right one, at the right time, at the right place. And this inner flowering, I hope for many, many human beings to become possible. I said many times here, may the flowers of thy heart blossom. Though you have the needed clarity, a spirit of the beauty of the full moon in a cloudless, starry night, Tathagata. This beauty I wish to many people. Not everyone must have it. Some are too weak for this, doesn't matter. But the others that have it can hold their hand of the shoulder of the other and say, come, we solve the problem together. Don't be afraid. You might ask why I never did defend myself, why I never did explain anything. I was unable. 20 years I was under shock of guns, belts, and axed not to say anything to this person. And any contact with women was not allowed. I remember even with 50 or 60 years, when I saw a woman, my eyes did like to see her. I could not open the mouth. My throat was completely locked. So how could I speak with a man who destroyed 112 paintings before me? It happened some few days ago. I was seeing a video of that guru. He spoke on Mata, Tipila, and then suddenly Vishuti, the throat center, got alive. Perhaps even my gland areas, which was not active, has become active now. I could not defend myself. I could not explain to others. The throat was like a strong belt around, not to speak. Please forgive me this failure, this incapacity. Now, in some few days, it has become possible to reply, to explain.
Matotipila, in my experience, in the entire North American continent, at least in United States and Canada, I would say, is probably the one most powerful space that you can see in this part of the world. Their ability to connect with life, I'm saying when I say connect with life, you can touch beyond your physical reach, literally touch. Here there's an energetic body expressing this dimension of the throat center in the human system in an extremely powerful way, which is… I've never seen a place like that in my life. I've traveled literally everywhere, I'm telling you.
Ishuddhi, his whole aura will turn electric blue. And the whole music system evolved out of these 108. So the Indian classical music essentially is about touching these 108 or activating these 108 chakras or points in the body, which will lead to a natural evolution of the human being to a higher level of consciousness.
Friends, this is not an debating club. Neither your agreement is needed, nor your disagreement. And only that harmony can help your evolution. What you will do with agreement?
There is a Jack's ladder. It means all life is a growth.